In 2005, Center County District Attorney Ray Gricar told his girlfriend he was taking the day off, drove 55 miles to Lewisburg, Pennsylvania to browse antique shops, and then he vanished from a crowded downtown street in broad daylight, leaving his red Mini Cooper locked in a public parking lot, his cell phone battery removed, and his laptop's hard drive gone before the machine ever touched the river, with a search that lasted 7 years turning up nothing. Come back to that hard drive. It's the detail that doesn't fit any explanation investigators have offered. Ray Gricar was 59 years old, the district attorney of Center County for 2 decades, known as careful, precise, almost obsessively private about his cases. He lived in Bellefonte with his girlfriend, Patty Fornicola. On Friday, April 15, 2005, he called her from the road, said he'd found some antique shops worth stopping at, and sounded exactly like himself. That call was the last time anyone heard his voice. No argument, no warning, no indication anything was wrong. By early afternoon, shop owners on Market Street in Lewisburg remember a man matching his description browsing quietly, alone, unhurried. Around 4 p.m., his cell phone last registered activity near the river. He never called Patty back that evening. She tried repeatedly, no answer. By the next morning, still nothing. She reported him missing that Saturday. On Sunday, investigators located his Mini Cooper in a parking lot along the Susquehanna, doors locked, nothing disturbed inside. His office in Bellefonte sat exactly as he'd left it Thursday. No note, no goodbye. The first search was massive: state police, cadaver dogs, divers dragging the Susquehanna for weeks. They checked hospitals, bus stations, the antique shops themselves, asked every clerk who might have seen him after 4 o'clock. Nothing, no body, no blood, no struggle. 3 months later, a teenage boy found Gricar's laptop in the river, roughly 80 feet from where his car had sat. The hard drive was missing. His cell phone turned up separately, battery removed, as if someone had wanted it untraceable before it ever went in the water. Investigators searched his home computer and found search terms from days earlier: how to permanently destroy a hard drive. Still, no body. The leading theory settled quickly. Gricar had walked into the river himself. Colleagues pointed to the stress of a disturbing, unsolved case he'd been wrestling with for months. A videotaped assault he couldn't decide how to prosecute without re-traumatizing the victims. Investigators theorized he destroyed the hard drive to protect confidential case files, then discarded his phone, then ended his life quietly, deliberately, the way he did everything else: controlled, methodical, leaving no mess behind for anyone to clean up. But the theory breaks in the details. Everyone who spoke to Gricar that final week, his staff, his girlfriend, the shop owners in Lewisburg, described a man who was entirely normal. Not withdrawn, not distressed. He'd made plans for the following week. His bank account sat untouched. His retirement, his pension, everything a person planning to disappear would typically settle, was left exactly as it always was. And there's the matter of the hard drive itself. Dismantling a laptop cleanly, prying the casing, extracting the drive without damaging the machine around it requires tools and time. It requires calm. It doesn't read like a man walking toward a river. It reads like someone erasing evidence and wanting everyone to believe he'd done it to himself. Here is what makes it unexplainable. The searches for destroying a hard drive were run from his home computer, days before he left for Lewisburg, meaning the decision, whoever made it, was made in advance, quietly, inside a house he shared with a woman who noticed nothing different about him. If it was Gricar, he hid a plan for total erasure behind a completely ordinary Friday. If it wasn't Gricar, someone close enough to know his habits, his car, his exact route to Lewisburg, staged a disappearance so precise that investigators still can't tell the difference. The case remains open. Ray Gricar was declared legally dead in 2011, 6 years after he vanished. No arrest has ever been made. No remains have ever been confirmed as his. The file in Bellefonte sits exactly where he left it. If he destroyed that hard drive himself, why walk away and leave his car sitting in plain sight for anyone to find? And if he didn't, who knew him well enough to make it look like he did?